best of 3. This is the group stage, and next to buy is very important for each game. I feel like this game he might actually think about the SNY. You are playing into an Axe, a bit of a brawl here for the bounty runes. Nice stroke of fate coming through. The Y, Omar and GH all going to be quite low. El Misha might be dead though, yeah. Battle Hunger plus 5 spirits slowing him down. Another 5 spirits onto Wits to prevent him from making an aggressive move onto El Misha. But now GH might be in some trouble. Scofield is also still sticking around. Another power shot flying through connects on the Kez. And Playtime might be in some trouble here. Fairy Fire is there for the Kez if need be. He's trying to hold on to it, but he will choose to just die. Omar will get a bunch of XP for that. And see, he was around, and now GH and Scofield you can get out in the mid lane. El Misha drops a blood grenade. They do find the Phoenix, but not a lane though. Torrent out. Stroke of Fate completely off the mark by Scofield. There is no glyph available. Another Tidebringer being searched for by Dark Magoo. Can he actually find it? Noob in some trouble. Noob dropping low. A Stroke of Fate will do it. Scofield. Well, no, he's going to turn his attention towards Omar. Gives an Inkswell over to Dark Magoo, but he doesn't have boots, so he cannot keep up with Omar with the wind run. And now, Dark Magoo actually might be in trouble. It's a complete brawl breaking out in the mid lane. This Noob trying to find a way to poke, but he's out of mana, and finally they'll kill someone. Omar ends up dying, but El Misha might be in some trouble. Cold Embrace is there. Noob, not enough mana for the swashbuckle here. Does have a point in the shield crash, but I don't know if he's going to be able to find this kill. Yeah, just has to let El Misha go. Dark Magoo's like, okay, I'll just run back to my bounty rune and get myself some HP mana. El Misha has completely abandoned him. Back in the triangle, GH does get clipped by the Inkswell. One more right click will do it by El Misha. Right click straight at GH gets the XP for the kill, but Scofield gets the XP for GH. Psycho Slash, he did go for 3 points in the Kazrai Katana. He might be dead here. The Vice thinking about going for this once his level 6. Has the dunk at the ready. GH. He'll just take the kill. Noob looking towards the top lane. Frank dropping a little low. El Misha as well. He will fall. And they might be able to find Frank as well. There is a dunk at the ready from the Vi. Get him. Yeah, he's gone. It is so. And that's when NIGMA Galaxy can really start applying some pressure. Noob on the Pangle. He is nearly done with the defusal. Although, seems like El Misha is dead here. Playtime will lose their position 5. No real response from the side of Playtime just yet. Frank is actually quite low on mana. He needs to start bottling up, but they're instead going to turn their attention towards GH, who's got a wand. However, there is the Phantom's Embrace coming out, although the egg is going to get popped. BKB is going to be there. They will find the egg, and the rest of NIGMA will disengage. Frank thinking about dropping the Doom, but Omar drops the Focus Fire, makes him reconsider, and you see a target. Scorpion's gonna run in, they'll break the smoke, and NIGMA Galaxy, they're still gonna try and find someone else. They see Dark Magoo, Shackle does not connect, and now the Y a little bit too far out. X-Mark is there onto Omar, he should be dying here. Frank is gonna show up as well, and this is a Doom who's got his ultimate at the ready. NIGMA Galaxy, they need to start bailing here. Noob with the Rolling Thunder, trying to create some space, but he'll just TP out as well, while he still can. X marks the spot, pulling him back. Oh my god, Noob get outplayed. In the meantime, the Y can't really find an opening. Frank was on top of him with the Infernal Blade and the Scorched Earth. And Wits, the Kez with a terrible start, gets to come back in this game now. So, all things considered, Playtime very happy with those sequence of events. The Vibe has to be careful here. Closing in on that Desolator pretty soon. Just a couple of waves should do it. The Vibe with the call out onto Dark Magoo, but the Cold Embrace is keeping Dark Magoo alive. He is stunned up for a bit because of the Cold Embrace, but now the BKB is up. Winter's Curse thrown out. Egg as well. Only the Wind Ranger is going to drop, and NIGMA is actually going to go and finish up the Mjolnir first. Down bottom though, Frank in some trouble with the call and the Shackle shot. They should be able to find him. The dunk does not connect, but they will find the kill. A little bit rough around the edges, but they do manage to do it, NIGMA. Playtime should know that there are members backing up Noob. Oh, Frank, he's going to go in there and he's going to get the Doom. Soulbind also dropped onto the Pango, and looks like NIGMA Galaxy just want to bail. They will let Noob die. and try and live. But Devi actually goes in with the call, looking to find someone. Scofield's going to be okay, though. He's got the Lotus, and now Devi is overextended. Oh, this has gone horribly for the side of NIGMA Galaxy. Not only are they going to lose this fight here, they might also end up losing the Torment as a result. Omar's going to show up. The Wisdom Rune gets snatched. Rather, the Wisdom Shrine, and GHE is also going to be fair game here. In fact, in the meantime, there's going to be a lot of cleave damage coming through. In fact, they might just make a move here for NCQ. Sentry Ward drop. It means they do see Dark Mago. The Doom is going to come through. However, the Pierce the Veil does come out. They will find the Winter Wyvern in the backline in the meantime. And well, the Muerta, she was X-marked, but the BKB is going to be there. The Doom's going to expire without them having done much. And now, Playtime in a bit of an awkward spot. They probably don't want to engage us. They will just call it quits and go back to hitting some creeps. Press 1 ultimate, 1 BKB. Managed to draw out the Doom, managed to draw out the boat. Well, not the boat, but Place Force the Kunkka XO. The Kez might be in some trouble with trying to run away. Grappling Claw is there, even though he gets stunned, but the follow-up stun is also there from Noob himself. Coast Ship coming out though, and GH is also going to get caught out in it. However, the Shackle Shot is there, controlling up the Kunkka. BKB comes through the call, a little bit off the mark. The Vi actually went for Schofield in the meantime, so he didn't protect the egg. And now the Vi is also going to end up dying. That might have been a complete misplay. As now the Winter's Curse comes out. Noob in some trouble. The Vi dropping low. El Misho, he needs a Splinter Blast, but he can't find it. The Vi with the Battle Hunger will take down Dark Mago. And that's that. NIGMA Galaxy, a very, very scrappy fight, but they do scrambling towards that Tormentor. Hoping to catch them off guard here, but Darkmo goes on the front line, breaks the smoke, he's got the SNY, but the chain stun still might be enough. In some trouble, the double damage rune gets activated, and they find the dunk. The Vi gets the kill on the Kunkka, and now Noob trying to obliterate the backline, but no such luck. Everyone from Playtime just backs off. Rinseki will move forward and find the tier 2. And well, the smokes are going to break. Amp damage rune here for Witch. This could be devastating, but Scorpio gets found first. He's completely out of the fight. 45 seconds, no Grimstroke. And gets popped. Dark Mago with the BKB backs away. Pierce the Veil by the Muerta, but the Winter Wyvern's been found instead. And well, that's 2-0 in favor of NIGMA Galaxy. So they're more than happy to take this win and just back off. Play it safe until Roshan spawns. And Playtime need to buy some time. Oh, Dark Magoo spots out Omar. Torrent is going to be there along with the Tidebrinker. They're going to try and take down this Wind Ranger. Shackle Shot buying some time. Windrun is there, but she's slowed to a crawl. And Dark Magoo with the Tidebringer does manage to find Omar. Make a play. He's just trying to proc that roar, but doesn't do enough damage on the Phoenix to do it by himself. Shiva's got forward, provides the vision of Schofield. Schofield getting chipped at from afar. Will just be taken out. Noob goes in with the Rolling Thunder and the Swashbuckle, or rather with the Shield Crash. Is able to find the kill. Now the Kez in some trouble. Playtime. BKBs are being forced. Wits has to be careful now. A call coming out. The Wise trying to drag the Kez back into the Muerta. Rinseki with the calling, trying to stand his ground, but the Doom is dropped onto the Pangolier. Soulmind is there as well as Schofield by his back. Winter's Curse is there, but it's a bit too late. Schofield is there, and now Kunkka without the BKB, and another 2-man call coming in from the Y. NIGMA Galaxy will slaughter Playtime, and Playtime have no response. The Kez BKB getting popped early means he could not join the fight. And Frank, well, he'll take out Noob with the remainder of the Doom. X is out, but returned by the Lotus Orb. NCQ still standing his ground. Dark Portrait is there from Schofield as the Aghanims is done, and he's taking a lot of damage. He will die the once. The Y goes in with the call, though no BK, but the Cold Embrace is there, keeping Wits alive. Boat flying through, but it's not going to matter. Blink forward along with the Soulbind and the Doom. Oh no, NCQ and Noob, they are completely screwed here. As the Rolling Thunder will protect Noob for now, but NCQ is gone. That's a damage from NIGMA Galaxy completely out. Or is it? The egg gets popped, the Sunray is there. Can they actually kill the egg? Yes, they can, but they nearly lose their lives doing it. Shackle Shot comes out from the Wind Ranger, but it's too late. El Misho cancels, or rather catches out the Y with the Winter's Curse. And they're going to be able to find the axe as well. It's a gem hitting the deck. Everyone else on Playtime just taking a good fight here could potentially mean a set of racks and evening out the game. No. Hex plus Kunkka Boat going in. The Kez as well doing a lot of damage, but the egg is there. It saves the Pango's life for now, but will the egg be popped? The BKBs are there. Yes, the egg will die. GH is dead, and so is Noob, but now no BKB for Wits, no BKB for Frank. He will die. as Wits is trying to get out. Schofield. DREAMLEAGUE with the silver edge once again. There is a gem available onto Divine. Does he want to call? No, the call is a little bit off the mark actually. Rinsecue pops the Pierce the Veil. Not even sure if he wants to show himself and reveal the fact that the ultimate has been used. BKB popped by DREAMLEAGUE in response. Soulbind comes in from Schofield, holding Noob in place as the egg is connected. Rinsecue blinks in, but again, he's out of the Pierce the Veil, so this is a very scuffed fight for NIGMA Galaxy, and that's a sick punish! The Winter's Curse catches out the Phoenix, and now Rinsecue doomed up. DREAMLEAGUE hitting him, no problem whatsoever, because there is no Ghost Form for the Muerta. And Omar trying to run away, trying to get away, he will live, but NIGMA Galaxy lose big in the bottom lane. As Dawai will find the Winter Wyvern here. Wits looking to go back in. Actually has to be careful. The Blade Mail might return a lot of damage, but there's the Raptor Dance coming through, healing the Cares back up. And well, the axe is gone. The gem hits the deck again. And now, Playtime in a very good spot to at least equalize the Rax disadvantage. But Roshan's up. I mean, round number 3, he's got Cheese, he's got Aegis. They're not walking in to check Roshan. She wants to go in and try and find the remaining members on NIGMA Galaxy. Soulbind is there, it's holding Noob in place, and Wits is coming in. There's the Raven's Wail and the stun coming through from the Shoto side. And Noob up on the high ground, bouncing around. Oh my god, somebody help this guy. He gets turned into a big Phantom's Embrace again. Kazrai Katana taking him down. He is gone. Omar is also dead without buyback, and Wits, I think he's just calling for the GG play here, but no, they're gonna go for the Rax first. I feel like you could just push for throne at this point. Well, Rinsecue is coming back up in a bit, so they probably didn't want to take a risk there. Oh, NIGMA Galaxy. They try to backstab the side of Playtime over here, but it's not really working. Doom is out onto Frank himself. He is trying to run around with it, catch out Omar, but does manage to separate the fight. The Void though goes in with a 3-man call. Coach ship flying through. Is it going to be enough? Schofield dropping low, but the Cold Embrace is going to be there. The Muerta will clean him up. Thanks to the Pierce the Veil here. As the Shackle Shot comes out onto Wits. Wits has got the Aegis though, so this is not the end of the world for him. Rinsecue, his BKB is about to run out. Hex out onto GH. GH has to be careful. GH, no chance to pop the egg. He's gone. And now Rinsecue in some trouble as well, as the X marks the spot. Finds him, with the damage from the Cares is just too much at this point. NIGMA Galaxy, once again, you had the lead. Oh, you had the lead throughout the early game and you did nothing with it. Omar doing his best to try and delay, but he's going to get caught by the X mark. Bot down very quickly. Wits gets the kill. Keep them in the game. Noob has got the Rolling Thunder. He's going to start things off, goes in. Buyback coming in from Dawai. I think he just managed to get the goal for it, and they're going to try and call the Cares, but the Hex is there instantly. BKB not yet up for Dawai, and that might be his undoing here. The Ghost Ship flies through. Dawai with the Lotus up, trying to live, trying to pop that BKB. He will be able to get back to the fountain. 25 seconds until Rinsecue is back up, and Wits, eyes on the prize. He's hitting the Ancient, he's hitting the Throne. The game is called Dota, and it's called that for a fucking reason. Frank drops the Doom. He's going to make sure that Noob is controlled up. Wits gets off the Raptor Dance, trying to hit the Throne. Rinsecue buys back at this point. The Cares will drop, but just a couple more hits. DREAMLEAGUE's trying. DREAMLEAGUE's doing it. It's one more hit. Scorpion's striking as well. The Throne, it lives on 80 HP, but the Cares comes back. Oh, and finishes. Of Playtime, like what are you gonna do if the lanes go south for NIGMA Galaxy? Like, what's the comeback plan? Well, hopefully the comeback plan is not needed, because they found first blood. There's very little you can do about it, especially once you've got a couple of points in the Kraken. Schofield is trying to pull the wave. Omar is actually body blocking it, trying to make sure that Schofield can't really take it away. Elsewhere, they do continue to tick, dispel it, because there was no Kraken, but he will live for now. Schofield trying to go mano a mano against Omar. Another stun coming up by Schofield in a bit. Drops the blood grenade, looking for the stun, and will find it. Frank needs one more hit. He will get it, gets the kill. But can Rinsecue get the return kill? There is the Anchor Smash, but not nearly enough damage reduction. The Tide Hunter will die. Did still gonna win in the long term, so not much you can do about that if you're Noob. Does make you wonder if DREAMLEAGUE is gonna go for the Boots of travel is... I feel like it's so easy to kill them. Especially when you have a hoodwink. Down bottom though, speaking of killing, NCQ is doing some of that as he finds the Nyx. Frank, 2 points in the Kraken shell, so he's not that easy to find. And GH actually gets found by the Gush and the Bushwhack. Blood Grenade as well. A couple more right clicks will do the work, but now the damage starting to pile in from NCQ. So the Metamorphosis is still up for a bit. They're gonna drop the Reflection. They really want to try and find Frank. Omar has got another Telekinesis and they should be able to find the kill. But no, the Bushwhack comes in along with the Impaled Schofield, trying to find the kill onto Omar before they end up losing their Tide. But it's not gonna happen. The Tide will fall for Viper because he can do a lot more. Anyway, I have to hold on to those thoughts. Top lane, Shapeshift has come out from Noob. They want to try and find Wits here on the Necrophos. Not a single point in the Ghost Shroud. That is a... big blunder, and he will die as a result. Though I able to find the dunk. That's going to be pretty big for the Axe. Allow him to close in on that Phylactery and to pull the wave. While Schofield and Elmisho tickle his butt. Not much that they can do, but now the Necrophos is here, the Y is going to be falling. Reaper's Scythe is there. And there's the +1 charge of the Reaper Scythe coming in. Some extra regen. Shapeshift popped by Noob. Dark Mago. Oh, that smoke play coming in from Elmisho is going to save the Viper's life. Noob, he nearly managed to kill off the Viper there. He's died once already. He's had a rough laning phase and he's kind of low on net worth. He can't be afforded to giving up too many kills, but the stun comes in from Impale, from the Schofield, excuse me. What the hell did... The White try to dunk a creep so he could run away, but yeah, no chance. Good use of the Boots of Travel there for the Viper. And Elmisha, you desperately want. Oh, this smoke is going to connect onto NCQ. He has no idea what's going on. And well, Sharpshooter was not even needed. They had more than enough damage with just Wits and Frank to take him out. It was never really going to be enough. Oh, the Y is dead. Found by the Bushwhack and the Nyx. Able to find the... Or rather, you're never going to run out of mana and not be able to farm. Down bottom, the Vi, broken by the Sharpshooter, could be in some trouble. Call is there, buying him some time. Acorn shot flying through. Frank needs another Gush, but the Bushwhack is there. The Hoodwink secures the kill. Elmisho ensure that they can get the Axe. Mid lane, though, the Necrophos in some trouble. Popping the Ghost Shroud, looking for a Reaper's Scythe. Not able to do anything with it. Omar actually gets the heal from the Holy Locket, and now Witch trying to run away. Will pop the Death Pulse, so at least he will not give away the Reaper's Scythe. Creeps running after him with the Shapeshift, but there's Frank going in with the Ravage. I mean, it connects onto a lot of people, but again, where's the follow-up? It was just not there. Omar keeps everyone healthy with the Death Pulse, and NIGMA Galaxy actually take a okay fight for the first time. Not going to say successful, because they did find the Y earlier, so it's just... After this item is interesting. Haven't seen that being done before. I mean, you are just buying some pretty cheap defensive items, so it is not that bad. Frank called down bottom, but that's probably the worst target to go on. They're going to instead be able to find GH here. GH gets taken out rather quickly. Stolen Sharpshooter completely off the mark by Omar. Not too sure what that was. The Y actually gets a support skill there. And Noob, he metamorphoses. He wants to try and pressure this tier 2 a little bit here. He's going to be able to do so. The Y finds the call onto the Viper. They've got a lot of damage coming out from the Lycan summons, and they will be able to take down the Viper. Wits in some trouble as well as the Solar Bind is upon him. Pops the Lotus off. There's the Ravage coming in from Frank. Not stolen by Omar because Spell Steal was on cooldown. However, Frank in some trouble now. As he pops the Kraken Shell, it is active. However, the call, it cannot be dispelled, and they will be able to find the Tide. There's an amp damage rune waiting. Oh, this is going to be perfect here. Dark Mago is going to be the one who finds it. NCQ runs into them. Bushwhack is going to be there. They need to save this Terrorblade. The Sharpshooter comes through and it's more than enough damage. They found the Terrorblade. NCQ's gone. GH tried to survive but not going to be successful. The Y with the TP out, but the Reaper Scythe is there. Cancels the TP. 3 dead on the side of NIGMA Galaxy. And it's going to be Roshan for the side of Playtime. Noob, all he can really do is try and split push with his wolves and his summons at this point, but fight the side of Playtime just yet. TPs are coming in there, and they're going to force an engagement here. The Tidehunter and the Necrophos come in from the backlines. NCQ surrounded on all sides, but they've taunted up Frank first here. The Ravage does come through. Reaper Scythe is there. NCQ will be falling. Omar also dies, unable to steal any meaningful spells and have any impact whatsoever. Frank finds himself a double kill, and Playtime dismantle the side of NIGMA Galaxy. Noob. Shape. Oh. Up top, Noob gets caught out by the Ag shot. Frank finds him, and now the Lycan in some trouble. The Chainsuns are going to be there. He pops the Shapeshift, but it might be too late. Witz gets himself another kill, and now the Viper going forward trying to find more, but Dark Magoo, his agents ran out, so he's gonna die here. Rincy Q though might have overextended here for this one. Reaper Sight's not up for 20 seconds, so Rincy Q will be fine. Dust in the pit. It's not gonna be the case. Fight breaking out though. Frank, he is broken, but the Crimson Dust protecting him for now. Rincy Q from the low ground, missing most of his attacks. Also ended up popping the BKB. Oh, this fight is starting to go south for the side of NIGMA Galaxy. The Ravage is gonna come through. Sharpshooter there with the Reaper Sight. No chance for NIGMA Galaxy to fight into them. What on earth are they trying to do fighting from the low ground? That was such a silly play. NIGMA Galaxy, they can somehow find them now. If they can find Schofield or Dark Magoo would be huge. And well, they're going to go in with the call. They're going to try and take down the Viper first. Schofield is here trying to buy some time. Drops the stun, but Rincy Q's got the BKB, which is going to come in with the Boots of Travel too. Reaper Sight out onto the Vi. He's going to die in pace. Oh, the Vi. So Omar steals the Nether Toxin, drops it back out onto Dark Magoo. Staff is there along with the call. Schofield goes in with the Carapace, trying to buy some time. That's a Ravage number 1 coming in from Frank, but the BKBs are there. The cores are okay, but the supports are not. Rubik is down for the time being. The Viper loses the Aegis. Reaper Sight out onto the Vi. The Vi is gone for 84 seconds, and Dark Magoo is back for round number 2. No more BKB for Rincy Q, no more BKB for Noob. They will also be losing GH. And Witz, he is just getting started. There's the refresher shot being popped. Another Reaper Sight at the ready. Another Ravage at the ready. And well, the Terrorblade, he is fucked with a capital F. Buying back into this game, but I don't think there's much he can do. Even the supports at this point. The Vi call completely off the mark. Ravage goes in. Rincy Q does not get caught, but the rest of his team, well, they can't do much about that. The Vi is dead. Omar's dead. Noob is dead. Everyone's dead. This one is probably over. The Vi is back, though. And he's gonna try and do something here. Rincy Q's got himself an MKB. He's got himself a Sunder. If there's a snowball chance, now they're gonna take it. But then second Ravage coming in from Frank. Goodbye, Rincy Q. The double G's get dropped in.